The colors were chosen to show your allegiance to freedom and democracy. The skirt can be discarded if it should prove cumbersome. The material is indestructible.
Oh, it's beautiful, Mother. I'll make you proud.
I felt like Wonder Woman. You know, you put a costume on and you feel, you begin to inhabit a character. And I felt empowered, and I don't know if, how many women have made their own costumes over the years, or put any little girl that's put on a Wonder Woman costume, and you feel empowered, you know. Any kid that has put on a military costume or a fireman's costume or whatever it is, that you do feel empowered.
Okay, suppose we start with your name.
Wonder Woman.
Sure. That's the last name, Woman. First name, Wonder, right?
Right.
In the mid-'70s, Lynda Carter became a household name, starring as Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, in the classic television series.
Wonder Woman.
The beloved show ran for 59 episodes over 3 seasons, but never stopped airing thanks to syndication, and today can be found streaming on HBO Max.
Women are the wave of the future, and sisterhood is stronger than anything.
Back in 1974, Lynda was a 23-year-old musician and former Miss World USA pageant winner who was struggling to make it in Hollywood.
Well, when I got the role of Wonder Woman, I had literally $25 in my checking account. I had been on the road as a singer for ever since high school, and I'd saved up my money, and I had run out of money. So I'd been in LA, and I had sung jingles and things like that, but I was out. And Doug Kramer, the producer of Wonder Woman, called me and he said, "Hello, Wonder Woman." And I, of course, whooped and hollered and called my mother and called my father and my sister and brother, other members of my family, and I was very excited. And I think that one of the biggest thrills was going to the wardrobe department at Warner Brothers. And I will tell you something, an interesting story about the costume. All right, the bracelets. There is a reason why you see the superheroes, at least Wonder Woman, doing it like this. Right? With the fist up? You want to know? Because the cuff that did the bullet part, there were little match-like things on the outside, and on the inside there were wires that came from the inside of the bracelet up, and there were 4 little buttons on the inside of my, and you had to hit them like this. So I could never show the inside of my wrist, so I had to do it like this. So I never showed the inside and all the wires that went up, and I had to push the little buttons. So they always do it like that. How hysterical is that?
You, of all people, should realize how useless that gun is against me.
While the costume may have been bulletproof, there was a major logistics problem early on. How would Diana Prince make her weekly wardrobe change to assume her superhero identity? Luckily, Lynda was there to save the day.
The transformational spin, which is iconic, happened. They were trying to figure out, can't put her in a phone booth. There were phone booths back then. You couldn't just have her walk off and come back with a costume. So they were sort of thinking of having her go on a Lazy Susan and spin her. I said, well, why don't I just do a dancer's spin instead of a lazy, because the Lazy Susan, it would just make you dizzy. And you can do that? And I said, well, yeah, how about this? And they said, oh, call the producers. So I did it, and that's how it came about.
Diana told me to tell you she had to leave. It was something about your manners.
Someone asked me one time if, almost in the negative, well, what did you decide you weren't going to do with the character? And I said, well, that never occurred to me in the negative. It was always about the positive. It was always what I could do with the character. It wasn't, well, I'm never going to do this and I'm never going to do that. It was always, what was the opportunity to, because her superpowers, it was a lasso of truth. It was to protect. It was to defend. It was about something.
You obviously have little regard for womanhood. You must learn respect.
It was to vanquish more than it really was to kill. I don't think that she was really about slaying. I think it was more about vanquishing.
Wonder Woman premiered on ABC in November 1975 and soon became a hit, just not quite as quickly as Lynda had hoped.
I thought she was going to be a bigger hit right away, and that I was going to be famous right away. So it aired, right, and I went to my favorite Mexican restaurant. And I went, did you watch TV? It's me. Nada. Nothing. And, well, it took a little while before I was recognized. It took a few runs, you know, and then I was finally recognized.
Wonder Woman, am I glad to see you?
I knew it was going to be a huge hit from the beginning, and I was just thinking it was going to be a bigger hit before it became a big hit. But I thought that the potential of a superhero and a woman, it just had to be. I was reading the comics when I was a kid, and it was just time. It was the time, and it was our time. We were burning the bra, and we were there. We were ready. It was the 70s. Mid-70s, and we weren't looking back. Sorry, but we were on a roll, and it was a lot of fun at that particular time. We were really feeling it.
The final episode aired in 1979. 40 plus years later, Lynda made a cameo appearance in Wonder Woman 1984, playing the legendary Amazon warrior Asteria.
How did you do that? It's just a simple shift of weight. Takes practice.
And this October, director Patty Jenkins appeared virtually at DC Fandom 2021 to announce that Lynda would be back for the third installment of the Wonder Woman franchise.
We are all three very excited about some exciting things coming up with Wonder Woman 3.
First of all, Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot are just fabulous. I can't say enough about the friendship. I can't say enough about how wonderful, what wonderful people they are, what wonderful friends they are, what wonderful talent they are. And to be able to have been there, Gal was on the set with me, she and her family, as well as Patty and her family. They welcomed me. I've been supportive of their films, and that Patty wanted to put me in as a wonderful surprise. We were able to keep it a surprise throughout the whole thing. But it was a thrill to come full circle.
I've been doing this a long time.
Lynda is obviously best known as Wonder Woman, but she's also been a professional musician since she was a teenager. So far, the 70-year-old singer has recorded 4 studio albums, and she just released a brand new single inspired by the Diana Prince-Steve Trevor romance called Human and Divine.
The phrase would be, our love is human and divine. And I wrote this song about Steve and Diana, and knowing that he is back in the movie. And it's very cinematic, this song, and it's got a basso profundo in sort of Tibetan sound in the bottom of it, and it's very cinematic, and dedicated to my late husband.
Lynda and her husband, attorney and entrepreneur Robert Altman, were married in 1984. Sadly, he passed away this February after 37 years of marriage.
He just said yes to everything. You know, he was my safety. He was fun to be with, but he would always say that being married to Lynda is an adventure. You know, because I'm always picking up a new sport and doing this, and he was a steady, incredibly smart, fun guy that was brilliant. Great lawyer, and my kids are both great lawyers and entrepreneurs, and my daughter's a singer-songwriter. We lived a life, and so I dedicated the song to him, and I'm very excited about it, so please download it. It will be on all the various platforms, Human and Divine.